Hello, everyone. Welcome to another amazing Monday. I hope that you guys are all having a good day today. It's another good day to have a Solus Game Studio live stream, another Massiveverse Monday, another opportunity for Dead Lucky to be in action. I'm ready for some Dead Lucky gameplay right now. So hopefully you guys are ready to play some Massiveverse. It's been a very busy Monday for me. I had a lot of work to do at my not as fun job, if you can call this a job, but this is really just having fun. But my grown-up job was not very fun today, and I guess that can be expected of a Monday, but it is what it is. I know they did some bug fixing. I'll go ahead and get a lobby open so anyone can join if they would like. And I can read through some of the bug fixes that they had. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. I forgot to mute my browser. My browser makes like noises when I type because I like really tactile stuff like that. Let's see. What updates did we have? Board Game Arena. Okay, so it looks like Rogue Sun's Blackfire not appearing in the hand, so maybe the refresh issue with Blackfire and Rogue Sun has been resolved. That would be really nice. Let's see, we also have Catalyst Sins made flesh damage that wasn't updating properly. So if you remember, Cataclysm, the Sins made flesh was like, it would deal damage, but you had to refresh the page to see the damage, and that was really frustrating. But that is hopefully resolved and we won't have to refresh the page all the time, because I know that can be really frustrating. The Gravity Slam versus Gravity Shift bug is claimed to be fixed. That seems like a really hard bug to fix in my opinion, so I don't know. We'll have to try that one, Radiant Black versus Radiant Black, to see if that's actually fixed or not. Then we had Event Horizon did not receive +1 damage from God Mode being exhausted. So another Radiant Black. Sorry, I like this whole playlist except for that one song, man. Radiant Black was not getting the +1 damage from God Mode, and that should be resolved theoretically. So that would be good. There was a bugged interaction between Pyre and Dead Lucky that was making the game like fully freeze out and unplayable. You couldn't play like at all if Dead Lucky and Pyre were matched up against each other because of like some bug that just wasn't working. Which is what it is. It looks like we might have a slow crowd today. A quiet Monday even. I'm extremely hopeful that Dead Lucky is fixed. I'm keeping it, staying optimistic, you know, and keeping it in my dreams. So I know we're supposed to go live in October and the full game should be live, and I want to be able to like garner rank. I don't know if you guys are like super competitive, but I'm extremely competitive. So like being able to like get rank and like play a lot of games and have that reflect on your profile is really appealing to me. I would also love to like not be this ogre creature as my profile picture on Board Game Arena, but you can't change that unless you have like 10 games played, and the friendly games don't count. But we can't exactly play like ranked matches when it's an alpha, right? There's still a lot of bugs and stuff, and it feels bad when you lose to a bug or something. But even if I'm like, I have a terrible win rate, I'm pretty mid at this game, I think. I like to have the win rate, even if it's bad, just because it's interesting. It creates the goods. Well, I don't want to close the screen. I'm trying to think of something that I could do since we're having a slow day. Hi, Drax. Happy Star Trek Day. You know, if there was a Star Trek Pocket Paragons set, that would be pretty cool because I've never seen Star Trek and I would love to be familiar with it. My mom loves Star Trek. I know she's a big, she was really into that, and also Battlestar Galactica. I know that was like super, super popular as well in the sci-fi genre. I'll have to ask her if she likes Battlestar Galactica more than Star Trek. But I've never really been a sci-fi girly myself. I liked, if you ever watched that show called Eureka? It's really old. I guess it's not that old, but that was like my favorite TV show. Well, I don't recognize any of the cast. I could not tell you a single person. Colin Ferguson, if you know who that is the main star of Eureka, and that show is the best sci-fi show, in my opinion. But maybe I was just the sweet spot, the right age. That show's from 2006. Could you believe it? Why is today Star Trek Day? What's the significance? Is it like being announced today or released today? Oh, it's the 58th anniversary. In 1966, the series premiered on US television with The Man Trap. Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, the original broadcast premiere. Congratulations to the Trekkies. That's sicko mode. I feel like that's a piece of like giga influential media that I should watch someday because of like, I feel like Star Trek and others, I feel like that's really like maybe one of the OG like sci-fi TV shows that had a running, like really set the standard for the sci-fi genre and how things would continue from there. 2 years away from the 60th anniversary. Let's go. But I also, kind of like I said before, I'm no sci-fi expert, so. But I feel like Star Trek is the OG, yeah. Other than Star Wars, of course, but. What came first? When was Star Wars released? The first one. Original. 1977, so Star Trek definitely did come first. I had a feeling. I think that I knew that, but I just wanted to make sure, you know. I don't want to look stupid in front of you guys. Like I often do with Pocket Paragons. And that's just how it be. I think it's so interesting that Star Trek, despite being like a bit older, still has like so many people. You see people in conventions wearing like the Star Trek badge and like the whole outfit and cosplay. Stargate was also pretty big. I have no clue what that is. Looking. Whoa, I think I've seen this. Military science fiction adventure television series. The blue window with the people on it looks really familiar. I bet you my mom watched this as well. She loves sci-fi. Oh my god, who is this woman? Claudia Black is a very pretty woman. Is she like the main? Let me look at the cast. Can I see the cast? Hi, Alkari. Stargate is goated. Well, there's 10 seasons? Released in 1997. So much that's way newer than Star Trek. Why can I not like find like a cast list with pictures of these people? Watched a lot of Stargate Atlantis. Are there different like this just says Stargate SG-1. There are different like subsets of Stargate. This is another sci-fi show where I don't recognize a single actor. None of them. It was the same for Eureka. Was the Star Trek cast like in anything influential? Let me see. Oh, William Shatner, of course. The guy who played Spock, I don't think that I've seen him in anything. Lilac, hello. We get to game? I get to play Dad Lucky? Atlantis was part of SG-1? Who knows? We're fingers crossed, no Dad Lucky bugs today. That's what I'm hopeful for. Christopher Judge. I don't recognize that name. No, not even a little. Maybe? He looks a little familiar. He was in The Dark Knight Rises? I'm failing you, I'm sorry. Christopher Judge is Kratos. In what? Lilac! I didn't think that you would be so aggressive right off the bat. God of War. Oh, I haven't played God of War. I'm missing all of the references. It's Radiant Black. Of course I played it turn 1. But because I know that you know that I know that, you know? When I make my move. No way, right? No way. Oh, so greedy. I had a dream. I feel like sometimes you just have to commit. And that was the time that I wanted to commit. I believe you, Lilac. Sometimes that's just how it goes. I feel like rest first unlucky is just so bad, so people don't really expect you to rest first. But I guess God mode is good. Hi, Cinder! Welcome, good to see you again. That's how I'm gonna get my 10 games quick when ranked comes out. Yeah, I'm gonna go straight to 0% win rate as quickly as possible. When the full release happens in October and we're playing like actual games and you start garnering a win rate, straight to the bottom is where I'm going. I'm gonna I'm gonna have the speed run. Okay, we're trying the Pyre Dead Lucky interaction again. They said that this was fixed. So hopefully it's fixed. Okay. I think. Yeah. That's a tough choice. I'm thinking about what I want to play. It's in my brain. I'm feeling huge. With Pyre, do you get to know if they're boosting before you choose your ability? Or is it like an at the same time deal? When you set your ability face down, you may also exhaust an ability face down if you do add the boost effect to your played ability. So it'd be at the same time. That's good. I'm deciding what I want to play beforehand. Never fear. This game is not going well for me right now, you know what I'm saying? Stargate SG-1 and Stargate Atlantis are both on Prime Video, alongside the movie The Ark of Truth. They came out with a movie for the TV show? Sheesh. Nice rest. I wasn't sure what decision you would make there. They're based on a book series. Well, they weren't that huge. I've never heard of them. I feel like that's something that I would have like seen growing up, you know? But maybe I'm kooky crazy. Okay. I feel like you have to be kind of careful playing defend against Pyre. Just because, ouch, you know? I don't have a lot of health to play around with here. And playing like block into block is bad. I don't know. I saw kind of a key. I don't like it. Oh, yay! Okay. I think I'll heal. Seems good to me. I know what I want. I'm trying to think of like any other sci-fi that I watched even recently. Ouch! Oh, nice defend. Looks like that damage resolved correctly. I'll have to see it. And I will ready my shock rifle! Shock rifle readied! Dune counts? I guess so. Dune is like a weird case for me. I feel like it is it strikes, I don't know why. I know that it's sci-fi, right? But to me, I've only seen the movie. I haven't read the book. I haven't played the game. It's more just like an action movie. Like it's not to me like the classic like sci-fi vibe and feel. Like when I'm thinking of sci-fi, we're going to space, you know? Like we're on a spaceship. The new Fantastic Four movie. kind of sci-fi. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling it. How about Lost in Space for a real retro sci-fi? Like, is that the name of a show, or are you just saying like being lost in space is like sci-fi? Because yes, absolutely. I've never heard of that. It's the 50-50. I died. It's over. That was a good match. We're fighting it out up here. I feel like this is kind of a weird matchup for Lucky. Maybe. There are a lot of weird matchups for Lucky, to be fair. I played like Star Wars The Old Republic, like the MMO when it came out, and that was something that was really prominent in my life when I was younger. And I don't remember the name of it, but there was also like this MMO where you could wait, this is so sad. Life is so sad right now. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there was this MMO where you could like be a superhero and you could design your superhero outfit and like fight people in the streets of like this city. Not a clue what that was called. I don't think that it was DC Universe Online. I never guessed correctly on the 50-50. I cry every time. Oh yeah, we did not go to 50-50. I played Dead Lightning, so I was safe from that at least. But it did make me nervous. I'm glad that you like the setup, Alk. I wish that like I think what I would want is for the layout of like the stream panel to be a little different. I wish that the browser window or the window for the gameplay was larger so that you get to see more. And like maybe I would move my camera to the bottom right. But I know Solus, they want the logo on the stream and everything. But it's something we could play around with potentially. I think like if I organized it myself, I would put my camera in the bottom right and I would put like the stream logo somewhere else. Like maybe have it transparent on like the black over here somewhere. I think that that would be nice. No! Is today the day that I just get executed? GG, that was very well played. Yeah, I think that Solus at least really just like the idea of having the Solus Game Studio border around everything. In my opinion, I just think that it's a little too big. And it also makes making clips a little harder as well. But that is what it is, right? I can work around that. I work with what's going on, you know what I mean? I don't know what happened to the overlay, but chat should be appearing in like the bottom right, right? Is it? And it's just going away really quickly? Maybe. Yeah, I think it is. It's showing up. Very small. I could make it bigger. I do want it to fade fast. I personally like, maybe because I used to like Twitch stream several years ago, I get really worried about like trolls coming into the chat and like saying something awful or really bad, and that's not something that I would want to have on screen for very long. I'm not really sure how YouTube like moderates that kind of thing. So far with YouTube, I haven't like seen any like spammers or anything like that, no trolls or anything. So knock on wood, I don't want any of that. But the Twitch landscape is so different. Most of the time when you remove a chat message, it won't stay on screen. Yeah, I worry, since I'm not representing myself, I'm representing like a company. I wouldn't like want anything like that to be shown on screen for very long at all, you know? Not that it would be a big deal, like I'm friends with Chris. I'm sure that he would understand if something like that happened, but we definitely like want to avoid that happening if possible. But the streaming experience on YouTube has honestly been really good so far. I'm kind of a fan, a convert even, perhaps. I think the nice thing about streaming on Twitch is that it's really easy. They make it so easy for you to stream on Twitch. And it is like a little, there's a few more hoops to jump through for YouTube, but I think it's kind of worth it, to be honest. Okay, so we're back to Radiant Black challenging Catalyst. They said that they fixed the Gravity Slam versus Gravity Shift bug, which we may not run into today. And they also said that they fixed the Cataclysm Sins Made Flesh, where you don't have to refresh every time the damage happens. So we'll see. Twitch gets more random viewers and smaller streams. Yeah, I agree, having random viewers is really nice, but it's the double-edged sword, right? Because you also, because it's less moderated and people like, they can just make a zillion bot accounts and do bad things to your stream, you know? I also think it's neat that like all of the VODs from the YouTube streams go on the Soulless Game Studio YouTube channel and the live stream like playlist or whatever, so people could come back and watch. And I know that Twitch has VODs, but sometimes like their copies striked and like you can't hear any audio most of the time. Like almost any time I've ever wanted to go watch a VOD, it like has got muted. I'm like, dang it. So I don't know. There's pros and cons to both for sure. Yeah. Lilac, are on the same wavelength. I had a pretty good hit on the tundrels. I'm kind of feeling like Cinder's not gonna go for an early rest. Maybe a war of attrition, maybe some dark bargaining, in fact. What do we think about this? Perhaps? Oh my gosh, the stream elements thing worked! I never see that thing. I feel like we set that up to like auto put the links in chat, and I haven't seen that like in forever. But now I know that it exists and it's working. So now we have Cinder in a little bit of a pickle, depending. Did I take the damage? I took one from Vitality Drain and one from Sins Made Flesh. So I believe that did update correctly. Very nice. I love not having to refresh every single turn. I'll send it now. Yeah, let's go! I executed with vengeance! Let's go. It feels particularly on brand for this to be called vengeance for me right now. It was my turn to get an execute. I knew it would happen for me. What is your choice? I thought that's what you were gonna do. I thought about going for the early rest and I was like, no, they're gonna do mean things to me if I do that. I know that like this is really out of character for me to say, but sometimes I wish that I had a grab. Just a little threat in your block kind of moment, you know what I'm saying? While I don't personally really like playing them most of the time, right now I just think that I would like, I'm in the mood to have the option, you know? I feel that way lots of the time. Ooh, good grab. Totally fair. I wouldn't possibly do it again, would I? No. I want this one. I would do it again. I'm a creature of habit. Let's go! You did the same exact thing that I did, Cinder. You got to teach a friend of yours Pocket Paragons? And she loved it and picked it up really quickly. I love that. What characters did you introduce her to? Masterverse? GG, Cinder. It's always so much fun when you introduce someone to a game that you love and they pick it up and they really like it as well. It's so nice. I wish it could be that way always, where everyone just loves the games that you love. Crows? No way. Is that him? The real Crows? No way. Will this be the match of a lifetime? Oh, we need to test the Rogue Sun fix as well. Origins characters, let's go. Quentin Sadoceres, the best one. Alright. This will confirm if you're really Crows. Let's go! It is Crows! I knew it! He wouldn't possibly do it again. Fair. You had to do the first one, the first gimme. Wee! The counter and everything? Ouch! Big vicious. How did you know? I've been soul red. I'm thinking with my huge, massive brain right now. If it's the grab, it's the grab. Okay. Well, now things are worse. Every get wrecked, I guess, in the world, Chris. Perhaps? Oh, I had a dream. I might perhaps be dead. I do be taking damage, and I'm pretty sure that I'm dead. I'm cooked. Ouch. You ever just get vicious countered for 4 damage and then hit with Dragon Blast for 4 damage as a treat? The little swiggy Inferno girl for you. Thinking, dreaming, living my dream? No! Gross! Well played. I didn't think you would do it. I also am so bad at Inferno Girl Red, but she is so cool. This is a very cool character. I think, like, her theming is just really strong. That is so base of you, Crows. I will make sure to go practice my pogoing and fail. I saw a post today that was comparing Hollow Knight Silksong to Dark Souls 2 and saying that they're both the same installment in their genre, because if you're not familiar with the Dark Souls franchise, Dark Souls 2 is like the most universally like polarizing. Like most people like hate it, but the people that love it are like die-hard fans. And they're saying that like Hollow Knight Silksong changed like a core mechanic of Hollow Knight, just like Dark Souls 2 changed one of the core mechanics of the game. I'm pretty sure like the dodge is different. And so Hollow Knight Silksong is the Dark Souls 2 of the Hollow Knight franchise. If you just want my little Soulsborne rant. Silksong is the Elden Ring to Hollow Knight's Demon Souls? That's a crazy take. I don't know about that. I think Hollow Knight is better than Demon Souls. I would say that Hollow Knight is more like Dark Souls 3, and then Silksong can be Elden Ring. Because Dark Souls 3 is still very good. It's the most popular of the franchise. It was a lot of people's entry point. Demon Souls is like way too niche though. But if the Hollow Knight franchise ends up being like 5 or 6 games, then maybe you're onto something. You know? Like you need to play Hollow Knight or you want to play Dark Souls? As long as we ignore that horrid Dark Souls 3 DLC, okay. We need to talk about this, Crows, because I love all of the Dark Souls 3 DLC, the Ring City and the Ashes of Ariandel, Painted Worlds, whatever they call that. I love those DLCs. Sister Fried is my favorite Dark Souls boss of all time. And I think the Ringed City was really cool. So you're making an enemy right now. I'm just saying that there was some really cool and good things that happened in Dark Souls 3. I think I also just like have a lot of good memories of Dark Souls 3 because that was my entry point into the series. And I was learning what a Dark Souls game is and what they do to you and all of the tricks and gimmicks and like meeting patches and all of that annoying stuff. And like, I don't know, in the beginning of like Dark Souls 3, you go into the like castle area or whatever, and you walk into the room where the door shuts behind you. And that is like the pinnacle. Like, you started this game, you're brand new to the franchise, and we're gonna show you what this is about. And that's like, that's where it begins. That's your kernel, the like the tip of the iceberg as you get into it. Hollow Knight is Bloodborne? No. Bloodborne's untouchable. I don't think that Hollow Knight is good enough to come up to the same level as Bloodborne. Hello, Digita. Welcome. Look, I like Hollow Knight, but I think that it does suffer from some of the same things that a lot of the games in the genre do, and that like mapping can be really tedious, traveling can be really tedious, the runbacks can be really tedious. But I didn't really feel any of that in Bloodborne. But I also, to be fair, I have not completed Hollow Knight. I have like maybe like 6 hours in it. So I'm definitely biased in this conversation. Are we still accepting submissions for the alpha? Yes, absolutely. You submitted last week? It's possible you may have just missed it, but they should be updating it again soon. They do an update like every week, accepting people, so you might have missed it just by like a few hours, but there will be another round of people that make it into the alpha. Their team is working hard for us. I know that we've had a lot of people joining the alpha and also a lot of bug fixing that they have been doing for us, and fixes to the UI. I don't know, you might receive an email when you're accepted. Someone else might have to confirm if that's true, but yeah, definitely keep an eye out. Rose, you can have the run back anytime, any day of the week. All you gotta do is press the button, you know? It's all up to you. See you at Unplugged? Are you going? I'm excited. I forgot I need to talk to my friend about like my hotel room for Unplugged, but I will see you at Unplugged then, and we will have the standoff, the match of a lifetime. I'm gonna have all of my decks together. Lilac is gonna show me how to build the perfect legacy team, and I will destroy you, crows. There will be no chance. That's how it's gonna be. I know you let me have the first round, but it was really just to confirm. You have to keep the lore going, you know? what's life if not to continue a bit, you know? I wish that I could flip YouTube so the chat is on this side so I can like look at it over here. I can't really, unfortunately. I should look and see when the last time they updated the list was. Yeah, they sent updates on Tuesday, I think. So it's possibly they missed you or something like that. But there should be updates soon. I'm trying to think if there's any Massiverse characters that I haven't played yet. I think I might not have played Radiant Black. the OG. I think I've played everyone but Radiant Black. At least on stream. And Pyre's kind of bad for stream play, but we did try Pyre once. I don't remember if we played Premiere or not. Maybe once. I just know that Lilac and Sindar are playing a conquest game right now. They're fighting it out. They're having a battle. I can feel it. Pyre is solid in Legacy. I think a lot of Pyre's abilities are very neat. But I have never done Legacy play. So I have no clue like what I would gravitate towards for it. For Legacy play, do you just like, you start with a base character, right? And their ultimate, and then you like, do you draft or do you play a game and then take abilities from the other character? For being a Pocket Paragons representative, I really need to know more about this style of play. But it sounds cool to me, in theory. You take ability once a character dies. Play a game, pass one ability to the next, replacing an ability of the same symbol. Okay. And is your roster like 3 characters to start? Or can you like change your roster after the first game? And can you just pick anybody for the second thing, or do you have to have a preset roster? You pick 3 before. Okay. I feel like there's with so many characters on the Pocket Paragons roster right now, there's like so many combinations and like so many cool things that you could potentially do. You can feel them in whatever order, yeah. I saw somebody mention in the Discord the Hollow Knight Pocket Paragon customs that somebody made today. Oh yeah. Wait, is TGAM trolling about the Hollow Knight customs? I'm pretty confident that somebody made Hollow Knight Pocket Paragons custom. Actually, I'm just gonna Google it. Maybe that'll work. Oh, the site's not loading. It's slow. Yeah, okay. I wonder if I can show this. Okay, I'm exercising my OBS strategy. Image. Oh, I have to save it. Gosh darn it. You're excited for the alpha because you have so few people to play the game with? Oh, so fair. You play the solo mode, but you need to test your skills on real people. Yeah, definitely. I totally understand that. Practicing against real people is definitely different. Let me... Can I save this? Yeah. Okay. I'm cooking? It's happening? Browse? Wait! Look at that. So yeah, it's a little blurry. We'll put it over my face. But I think this is the one they were talking about. This is a custom that was created by Parchment Engineer. It doesn't look like this does any damage to itself. It must not be the right one. It looks cool though. It was a cool design. I don't know where the other one would have been. I mean, I'm assuming that they would have uploaded it in the Discord. Fan creation. Oh. Oh, I think that I'm just cookie crazy. Guess you guys would have been more familiar with a custom than I would have been. I feel like Tigam would definitely have known if there was a Hollow Knight custom. But maybe I'm losing it, you know? Looking at customs makes me want to make my own customs, and that's a dangerous territory. I go down the rabbit hole very quickly. But I think they're very neat. If you ever got Hollow Knight, in order your characters to have in would be Grubfather, Zote, Hornet, Zote. That's a lot of Zote. But how would you create them? That's it. It's on you, Crows, to make the Hollow Knight Pocket Paragon set. You gotta get into contact with Parchment Engineer and say, you're needed. I know you made this custom like 2 to 3 years ago, but now it's time. We have to finish the set. I probably have time for like one more game if somebody wants to play a match before the stream ends. We could get executed together as a treat. What if I know there are no draws in Pocket Paragons, but like, what if? Just now, you know? And execute as a treat? I knew you wanted it, crows! Okay. Because I can't stay away, I'm gonna play Dead Lucky again. But I don't want to like jinx it or anything. But we haven't had any bugs tonight. Not one. And that's kind of kooky crazy. I don't know if anybody else that's playing has seen anything, but that's really neat. We're making progress. It's freaking sicko mode. The lucky mirror is so funny. I think I'll just take my big old block, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you took your big ol' block. Copycat. It's okay. I'm trend setting. I know the truth. What if it's just rest again? Thoughts? You did say hi to Matt from TC. What's TC? I'm not familiar. Team Cherry. I still don't know what that is. Is that affiliated with Masterverse? Or is it something different? You've lost me, sir. No, I was gonna do it! Ah! Why didn't I go with my gut? Oh, that's the studio that made Hollow Knight. I told you I had like 6 hours in the game. I'm a little slacker. I probably saw that logo like twice, and that's it. You know, I did get on Steam, and I saw that Hollow Knight Silk song, and I did the swipe, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta get something that looks cool. What are we doing? I'm so glad that they fixed the shock rifle ready thing. It feels so much better. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh my god. I feel like my health just went down 4? Did I take 4 from that? Or am I just crazy? Maybe I'm crazy. I look like big ouch. Neon white. Oh, bye Lilac. Thank you. That's a game that's on my wish list that I want to play so bad. It's been on my wish list for a while. I feel like I'm like catching up on games right now. I just played Hades. I'm playing the first Hades currently. And I also just played and finished Bloodstained Ritual of the Night a few months ago. I'm like catching up on these games that are a few years old now. I've heard that speedrunning Neon White is really fun, and that playing Neon White in general, like, that you feel like you're moving fast in the game. And I think that's a pretty big appeal for me. But I will play it eventually. I'm catching up. It's in the bank of Steam games. You had 2 bugs with Pyre. You're fixing the Pyre bugs. It's you. I wish I could play Pyre. It just works so poorly with stream. Wow, we rest together. You like the fire guys? That's so real. The red Power Ranger type. Thinking with my whole brain. Oh, I'm glad I didn't do the other ability that I wanted to do. Or am I? Am I dead? Oh no. Is this another me getting hit for 4 damage and dying? I want to live! Let me live! No! Honestly, more yellow. Kind of the same vibe. I also think that it's so BM that you still have to, like, finish your game actions before you die, even if you know that you're dead. They like to rub the salt into the wound. Woohoo! You thought. Ooh, you took space, man? Look at you go. It's good in case any game actions in the phase would save you. I know, but it feels BM to me when it's like, yeah, you still have to exhaust a card, loser. Like, for all of the hit effects that say, like, you have to exhaust a card, it just feels really bad. I don't know. I'm not into it. Yahoo! Okay. This is a good match to end on. Let's go. I did it. Yeah, execute victory. I didn't lose the last match or anything. GG's, crows. Excellent lucky mirror. They were good games. Really good games all around today. I'm pretty sure I said that last stream as well. But I feel like, I don't know, maybe that's a sign that I'm getting better. Perhaps. Maybe my skill level is going up. And like, I feel mentally stimulated by the games that I'm playing. That's it, crows. We're gonna have to leave it at a draw. I did say, well, we could draw, like, as a treat, you know? But thanks everyone so much for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing Pocket Paragons, the Massiverse fighting card game. I didn't run into any bugs today, which means that we're on the right track. Next week I'm gonna be on vacation. I'm gonna be in Disney World, so I will not be here for our stream next week. But don't let that stop you from playing more Massiverse. You know, get together. But I will see you the week after that, and I look forward to it. And maybe by then the alpha will be open and we'll have even more players. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!